Morning.
Hello, Chris. What's going on in your personnel department? I hear Parker's leaving.
Well, that's been on the cards for a long time.
Well, what are we going to do then? Promote Ashton?
Well, I thought we'd take you up on that suggestion and start a new personnel assistant.
All right, I'm happy about that. You can advertise then for a young person as a trainee.
That's right.
We'll promote Ashton, and let's see who we get in.
Fine. Should we put the ad in the paper on Saturday, do you think?
Well, I think you'll have to, the way the department is. We can't run without
Fair enough. Good.
normal staff.
Yip, 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 boom, 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 get a job. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na, get a job. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na, get a job. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na, get a job. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Ah, yip, 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 boom, 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 get a job. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na.
Hey, that looks like a possible.
Looking for a job?
Was looking for a job. I think I've found one.
Really? Let's have a look.
Here we are. Journalist. I think I could handle that.
I reckon you'd have to. They're paying $250 a week.
I'm a college graduate. I've got to be worth at least that much.
Oh, right on, right on. They'll be queuing up to employ you.
And what about this next bit? Responsible for a number of publications and other tasks that bring it into contact with all parts of the organisation. I believe I could do that. I've got to be worth the money.
Hang on, hang on. I think you might have missed a small detail back there. I mean, this bit. They're obviously after someone with experience in the job, and that's something you've yet to obtain. In his ads, the employer will always ask you what sort of person he needs for the job, and if you want to know if you are that person, here are the points to look for. First off, we've got position.
That tells you what the job is that he's advertising.
That's right, always assuming that you've got some notion of what job you want. That's the first clue to look for. Next, we've got age, which often goes hand in hand with experience. If a particular job needs a working knowledge...
Then that's what you've got to have to get the job.
That's right. Then there's the sort of job where you need qualifications.
And I suppose, once again, you've got to have them if you want the job.
That's right. The last clue, I suppose, would be salary. And if they're offering a whopping great wage, you can bet it's because they want someone to do a pretty heavy job.
And that's the kind of thing you've got to work up to?
That's right. Once again, if you're happy with that you can meet all those requirements, then you're right for the job. Looks like you found another one. Let's have a look. Position. Buying assistant. Do you think that's right for you?
I'm not too sure, but I'm willing to give it a go. It could work out quite well. That part's all right as far as age goes, and I don't need any experience. Hey, they'll even train me on the job. This gets even better. I've got the right qualifications, and down here it says that salary is negotiable. That means that they'll pay me whatever I'm worth. Of course, I won't ask too much straight off. That covers all your whole list. Position, age, experience, qualifications and salary.
Hang on, wait a minute. Before you get too excited, there's another list of requirements I haven't told you about yet. The first list tells you if you're right for the job. The second list tells you if the job is right for you. With this number 2 list, the first point is location. Find out where you'll be working if you get the job. If it's way out in Whoop Whoop, you'll spend half your day getting there and back. And if the location is in order, check to see if they're going to transfer you to another branch sometime in the future. And while we're on the subject of moving around, you've got to remember that some jobs require you to travel interstate or even overseas on business trips, and that could take days or even weeks. That's not so bad, I suppose, if you don't mind making a few adjustments to your social life. Also, there's a chance that you'll have to do some driving around in your new job, and for that sort of exercise you'll need a driving licence. I know, righto. Now that we've got you thoroughly confused, let's go back to that advertisement that you were so worked up about before.
Wait, that list was to tell me whether the job was right for me, right?
Right. There's no point going after jobs you won't enjoy it. Why do you ask?
Well, I think you've missed something out.
Oh, really? I'm sorry. What was that?
Potential for further development, things like that. I mean, I don't really want to get stuck in a dead-end job.
No, but apart from the nature of a job, a newspaper ad can't give you an insight into the future. The chance of further development and promotion, well, that's something you have to take up with them during the interview. And in the long run, it'll all depend on your own performance and initiative on the job.
Well, we'll have a look at this advertisement now.
Righto, let's.
Well, the job's in the city, so there's no problem with location. And there's no mention here of a future transfer. Oh no, this is no good at all. It says that I'll be required to do some country and interstate travel. And that's not on. I really want to stay in Melbourne at the moment.
Well, it looks like you'll have to...
I know, start again. What about this one? Let's go through those famous lists of yours. Position. Well, it's personnel assistant. Now I'm really getting warm. They don't mention any particular age, but it seems like they're looking for a recent graduate. The qualifications and experience part seem to be left pretty open, as long as the applicant has an appropriate degree or diploma. Salary's negotiable.
Well, that's great. That covers the first list.
Now, list number 2. As for location, they say they're located in Melbourne, so that's in order. Nothing is mentioned about a transfer, nor about travel, and it doesn't seem likely that I'll need a licence for this job. Well, it all seems to check out okay, but they don't cover all the points in your list.
Well, you can fill in some of the gaps yourself on account of what you already know about personnel and what it involves. And as for the rest...
I can telephone Ms. Miller, as it says in the bottom of the ad, for any further information.
That's terrific.
Good morning, Martin and Johnson. Ms. Miller speaking. Yes, the position is still vacant. In the city centre, is that suitable? Fine. No, look, we only have the one branch. Good. Well, you've got our address. I think what we'd like from you now is a written application telling us a little bit more about yourself, and then we'll see if we can't fix up an interview. Oh, that sounds ideal. Fine. Thank you, Miss Burdeu. Good. Goodbye.